What's good, guys? Welcome to another episode of Conversations. This is your guy, Ken, where we discuss conversations about healing and connection. As you can see, I just got out of the gym again. Been doing a lot of mid-afternoon, late night sessions, but they're good for me, therapeutic. But today I wanted to bring up a topic that I think is extremely important for a lot of us, and it is toxic relationships. See, a lot of us, I think, are approaching that age finally where we're ready to truly find a partner that we can connect with, build with, grow with, and feel like we can trust and depend on, as well as be vulnerable. And I do notice a lot of times we throw this word around about our exes or past friends, and we just instantly label them as narcissistic or narcissist. First and foremost, I do want to say all of us possess some form of narcissistic traits on some level. You have to understand that we live in a society where most people are governed by their egos and want their way to some extent. So, plain and simple, anybody exuding narcissistic traits are just trying to either control or manipulate a situation with emotion, verbal, physical. And so you got to be mindful of that when we're just stamping these labels on people who treated us a certain way. Just because somebody was a jerk to you doesn't mean they're a narcissist. Just because somebody is blunt or straight up with you, that doesn't mean they are a narcissist. But someone that you're trying to confide in, someone that you're trying to connect with, and it constantly feels like you're not doing enough, or it constantly feels like your efforts are going unlooked, they may be exuding or exhibiting some narcissistic traits for their benefit. And so I wanted to point some of this out because I don't want people to continue to go on a journey trying to find the right person, feeling like they're doing enough, but also feeling like they're not connecting with their partner simply because they aren't seeing eye to eye. If you're out there right now and you're with somebody who does not show you that they're constantly trying to grow to some extent, they feel like they've got it figured out, their life is perfect, they're just waiting for somebody to fit their description of who they are, I would submit to you to start to bring up the conversation of what are our values. I talked about this in a previous video because I think values are extremely important. When you're choosing a partner that you want to continue to grow with, that you want to get vulnerable with, and you haven't really been given a safe space or confidence to start to ask certain questions, this is a key thing to look out for. I definitely say, if you really want to know who's the narcissist in the relationship, ask to watch a YouTube video about narcissistic traits. And the first one who's ready to push and resist the idea, that might be your sign. And I say this open-heartedly, guys, because I get it. Nobody wants to believe that they're doing something wrong. And the honest truth, most narcissists can't even fathom the idea of changing who they are because it's been so embedded into their personality, into their character, that even going to counseling or even getting therapy about it, it could sit them in a very dark depression. So it's never about changing the person. It's never about exposing them or showing them who they really are. It's more so you, for your own personal reasons, just being aware of the signs. This is time we're never getting back in our life, period. So you don't want to waste another second being with somebody who does not value you or see your worth because they're too blinded by their own gains and their own, pretty much their own, selfishness. So one thing I will always say when picking a partner, get into the habit of asking vulnerable questions, having those serious conversations, trying your best to leave the emotion out of it. And ladies, I understand sometimes that can be difficult because you're wired a certain way. And when it seems like the partner's not listening or the words aren't getting through, there may be an incentive to want to elevate the tone, want to deliver it with a little bit more passion. But sometimes this is where your partner will shut down. And the last thing we want to do is deliver a heartfelt message or a really important topic, and our partners put the wall up on us. We've all been there before. And so I want us to be mindful when we're bringing up certain topics. What do you desire in your relationship? Are you somebody that is willing to pick a partner based on your self-esteem instead of your preference? I know a lot of people out there want, tall man. They want him to have financial status. They want him to be secure. And most times when they get that said person, it feels like the self-esteems are not aligning. So there could be a lot of insecurity that happens early on, or there could be a lot of jealousy, and it just causes conflict and we lose confidence in ourselves. So these are important questions, guys. We need to start asking these about ourselves and about our potential partners before getting into deep commitments. Extremely important. I am guilty of being a narcissist covertly, subconsciously, in certain relationships where I was expecting my partner to do things for me even when I wasn't putting in the work to earn them. And so and I understand today, I have to hold myself accountable. I don't need to wait for a year or two for the relationship to go so terribly bad that now there is no version of me that can get out of it, because we've learned how to attach to each other and possess each other instead of really see each other's true value intrinsically. So I'll be the first to admit, there are some things that, when I don't get my way, I may try subconsciously to emotionally manipulate the situation. Here's a good example. Let's say my partner wants to go out with her friends, and I'm like, oh, so you rather go out with your friends than be at the house with me? Fine, whatever, go. Nah, I don't need you here. Bye. And I'm using my emotional manipulation to make them feel guilty about wanting to spend the night out with their friends because I'm insecure. These are things that happen to us all the time, when in reality, my emotional intelligence could just jump in and say, you know what, babe, I understand you want to go out with them, but I would love for you to just sit at home and watch a movie with me. I understand that may not be what you want to do tonight, but that is what I would prefer. And just being okay with the rejection, still finding ways to support your partner to do what they want to do, even though I know it doesn't make me feel good that they're going to have fun without me. So learning to recognize these traits as they arise, guys, is going to be key for giving you an opportunity to either say, you know what, am I picking a partner out of loneliness, or am I picking a partner because I believe I am ready to do the necessary steps and make the adjustments to become the best version of myself for this person? Extremely important. Just wanted to leave you guys with that. If you've ever been in a relationship where you felt you were in a relationship with a narcissist, or if you ever felt you were exuding certain narcissistic behaviors, don't shy from the word, embrace it, so we can all learn to elevate, push through, and grow together. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Leave some comments below. Let me know some past experiences you've been through and what you did to overcome it. This is me signing out. Love you guys. I will always demonstrate it with my actions.